Hello, Wake Up New Zealand, Cassie speaking. Boom, boom, I'm a baby boomer. So let's get on to the Paris Accord, shall we? Because they're all talking about it. Seymour said we should come out of it. He's been talking about climate and that for quite a few years now. I've got his book of 2017 where he says whatever New Zealand does as far as climate makes no difference. We're just contributing to being good global citizens. Now, Peter's jumped on the bandwagon. He said he said it first. Let's get out of the Paris Accord. But why can't they just agree, just leave? But they said, oh no, Peter said today, it's very, very awkward because, trading partners and what have you. But Trump's coming out of it, so why not us? So let's talk more about this. So I want to just touch on a few things that relate to New Zealand. So, climate zealots, they never get up. Let's dunk them in a bit of a hot topic that's reported about melting ice that has actually grown thicker. So New Zealand scientists have researched whether the ice is getting thicker, growing or melting in 2017. So these scientists explained how regional climate variability caused some of New Zealand's ice glaciers to grow more ice larger between the years 1983 and 2008, contrary to what was being reported in global trends. There's global warming. But during 2021 and 2022, they published their findings. The Antarctica sea ice was much thicker than expected, averaging over 2 meters in parts of the Ross Seas. This was due to the formation of platelet ice from super cooled waters. No, the waters are not boiling. Yes, New Zealand glaciers are growing. 2017, scientists from Victoria University and NIWA published research explaining why New Zealand glaciers were advancing. The reason being lower temperatures causing unusual growth between 1983 and 2008, and they had predicted that the ice would melt dramatically. Thicker ice, yes, thicker ice. In 2021, a team led by Canterbury glaciologist Wolfgang Rack measured the thickness of the Antarctica sea ice for the first time using new equipment, which is airborne system. The Ross ice was found to be much thicker than average, reaching up to 16 meters in some areas, the average being 2 meters. He described the cause of this as being linked to platelet ice, which forms from supercool water beneath the ice shelf. Shelves hence attaching the undersea side of the sea ice. So the water was so cold, it continued to form ice. It was said that this discovery provides important baseline data to monitor changes in climate. But the researchers said they really don't understand why the thickness of the ice they couldn't understand it. Why? So this is researchers, scientists for you. They didn't well understand it. So 17th of January 2022, Stuff New Zealand report that scientists in the Antarctica have designed a new device that can literally break down new ground into how planet systems work. The Kiwi-led project, working alongside scientists from Norway and the US, have built a high-precision supercooling ocean water measurement instrument to help measure the ocean water temperature below the Antarctic sea ice. So, Stuff New Zealand reported 27 2nd of October 2021, New Zealand has spent $1 million of your taxpayer money on isolated spots to keep Scott Base COVID-free, as people are required to spend 14 days in managed isolation before they fly to Antarctica. So they decided $1 million was needed for those who are on Scott Base. In the middle of nowhere, ice. So it just goes on. What next will NASA? Will NASA spend money on protecting the moon from COVID? I mean, I was just joking about this. My research came up with, this is absolutely insane. During COVID-19 lockdown, it was reported that this caused the moon to cool. So the moon got colder because of COVID-19 down here on Earth, because there was less activity. People were staying at home in lockdown. COVID-19 lockdown reduced human activity, radiation, greenhouse gases on Earth, leading to an 8 to 10 drop in the moon's temperature on last month they decided it was cyclical temperature fluctuations. So this is how it goes. But New York Post reported 2nd of October 2024, COVID-19 lockdown left a measurable impact on the moon. A new and surprising report connected a rare and novel context of COVID-19 lockdown to the physical effects on the moon. They say it was novel. Yeah, novel, all right, just like a kid coming out of a kid's novelty bag. Crazy shit. But that wasn't the only one. How far away is the moon to Earth? 384,400 kilometres. That's 238,855 miles. That's a long way, isn't it? And, of course, the cooling of the moon, COVID-19 lockdown, because you stayed at home, you had masks on. Oh, this is crazy shit, isn't it? So the Hindu Times, the Earth was locked down in 2020 and the moon saw cooler days. 30th of September 2024, COVID-19 lockdown impacts Earth's climate, causing lunar temperatures to drop in April and May 2020. And then the Economic Times, 30th of September 2024, this was only last year, how staying at home during COVID-19 cooled the moon night temperatures. Then another article from a different source. Something strange happened when the Earth was gripped by COVID-19 in early 2020. Scientists claim that the moon got colder. The article was published in the journal Monthly Articles of the Royal Astronomical Society. So the moon caught a chill during COVID-19. This was reported by the Times, 3rd of October 2024. The chill effects of COVID-19 and the Business Standard in September 2024. The global COVID lockdowns hit the world in 2020, reduced the moon's lunar surface temperatures. Of course, this is just insane. No humans can actually cool the moon. COVID-19 can't cool the moon. That's insane. Data from NASA Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter state that the natural fluctuation in the moon's temperature, rather than being human-induced or climate-induced or COVID-induced, it was just natural fluctuations, uncertainties. 2016. Probably many people haven't heard of this, but this was big. It was known globally. New Zealand was known as the biggest climate cheat in the world, spoiling their clean green image. The clean green image got to a darker shade of green. It was very grey, and we were really being talked about in New Zealand as the biggest climate cheats in the world. So, for the Paris Agreement, it's a load of codswallop. It's going to cost $1 trillion and it will change nothing. There are asset managers and all sorts making big money out of this. It's a money maker, it's a control system. You don't have to be a scientist to know this, but you can follow true scientists who are willing to speak up and not fearful of losing their research money. So wake up, New Zealand, to the insanity of the moon getting a chill from COVID-19.